What is going on, people? It has certainly been a while, hasn't it? I think it's been about 6 months since I've last seen your beautiful faces. But I thought it was time to, get back in touch, so to speak. How are you? Hope you're well. Can you tell that I was a little bit nervous and anxious to hit the go live button? I'm not streaming, but you know what I mean. Hit start recording. I was actually going to do this video the day before I'm recording it, but I couldn't bring myself to hit the record button for some reason. But we're going to have a bit of Call of Duty in the background because if my camera goes full screen, it's just not very good quality, and no one wants that really. Well, no one wants my face full screen anyway. You might be able to tell I'm not feeling a little bit brilliant, so if there's any jump cuts because of sniffles or sneezing or coughing or whatever, then I do apologise. But it was just an update, really. So, obviously, the last time I was uploading was just after the release of FC25. Of course, FIFA was kind of the main thing of this channel, although it wasn't necessarily the foundation of this channel. It certainly was the reason that I got to where I was in terms of view count, subscriber count. Yeah, FIFA was a big part of my channel and my YouTube journey, so to speak. But as you'll see, I uploaded a couple of videos of a new career mode when the new game came out. Try something a little bit different. Obviously, we normally do sort of RTG style series, but I wanted to go with something a little bit different, and also not in England, so we went with Leipzig and did a couple of videos. And the game was just, like, for me, it's the worst it's arguably ever been in terms of actual like gameplay and stuff. It's been getting progressively worse and worse. Like, you could tell on my old videos how much more and more I was moaning each year with the gameplay. But you could tell, like, last year, 2 videos and that was it. I was done. I recorded ahead. I think I got like 3 more episodes recorded. But I literally, I think in one of them, in the last one I recorded, I just like gave up. I just in the middle of the games, I was just like, I can't do this anymore. The gameplay for me was that bad. I just couldn't continue. It wasn't any fun, and it was just awful. And I was like, I can't continue to play this game. And you know, because if I'm not enjoying it, it comes across in the videos, and it doesn't make for good watching. And I don't want to sit there creating a whole career mode that I don't enjoy, and that is going to be an absolute, it's going to be such a chore to record, because I don't do this because I get paid to do it, obviously, but my subscribers and view count, I do it because I love doing it. But I didn't love the game. I hated the game, and I have not played FC25 really at all this year. The only time I've played it is playing clubs. I played a little bit of Ultimate Team when it came out, as I always do. I'll binge Ultimate Team for maybe 2 or 3 weeks when the game first comes out, and then just forget about it. I did exactly the same this year. And yeah, the only real reason I've played FC25 is playing clubs, but even then, I've barely played clubs really. I just think the game is that bad. So, I mean, we're obviously a long way, off FC26. It's, over, it'll be about 3.5 months or so by the time this comes out. I honestly don't know if I'll even buy FC26, to be honest. The last few months, I've barely been playing, I say I've barely been playing video games, that's a lie, but I've just been playing the same ones, and they're mainly, PC games, to be honest. I very rarely touch my Xbox. The only reason, really, that I touch my Xbox, as you can see on screen, is Call of Duty. And again, I did the normal thing with that, binged it for a few, maybe 2 or 3 months since it came out, and then I still keep my toe in every so often, but don't play it anywhere near as much as I used to. So my gaming has just really been on the decline as well. But there is a big but there. So, with that being said, obviously, FC25 came to an end, and the videos just stopped coming out, and I did put out a short. I didn't even. I put out a community post first. I didn't even realise I could do that. I thought you had to have a set number of subscribers to be able to do that and stuff. But I was able to put out a community post because I wanted to carry on uploading to YouTube, but I didn't know what to upload to YouTube. Yeah, so I put out sort of like a, let me know what you want to see, and also a short as well, just sort of promoting it, and unfortunately the engagement at the time just wasn't really there, so I just thought maybe then it's just sort of, that's it really, like, that's it for YouTube maybe. But it's been a few months now. It's been, like I said at the start of the video, probably maybe 6 months, something like that. A lot has happened in that 6 months, personally. You can see behind me this big lollipop looking thing. I've got a dartboard just for something to do in the flat. And it's not in the best position now, I understand that, but I will move it eventually. But also in terms of personally, in terms of sort of mental health, long time viewers will know that I've posted before about sort of mental health struggles and everything, and sort of just after Christmas and everything it became quite a sort of issue again. It's something I've had under control for a long time, but just, I think in honesty, I turned 30 last August and it hit me a lot harder than I thought it would, just in terms of sort of like, I had a lot of sort of self-reflection, and also, that guy just got ruined. Self-reflection, but also just sort of like looking at my life and where I was at 30 years old. And, one of the worst things you can do is compare yourself to other people. You should just enjoy what you do, who you are. But I fell into that trap. I was comparing myself to other people, like my friends and family and stuff, and where they were, and that sort of thing. So I was sort of quite far behind in terms of other people, and that really sort of pushed me back. But also I just wasn't happy in myself, regardless of where everyone else was around me. Within myself, I wasn't happy with where I was at in life. So yeah, it kind of hit me a lot harder, and yeah, I've struggled with that and sort of struggled to come to terms with it. I'm sort of feeling better now. For those interested, I've started to make steps on those things, with the mental health and also just general health as well. And since last time you see me, my hair's probably grown a little bit longer. My chin pubes are certainly starting to get a bit longer, but I still dread the fact that I can't grow in a full beard, but it is what it is. But also general health as well, just sort of like, in terms of weight and stuff, I'm the lightest that I've been for maybe 2 or 3 years. I don't know the exact weight at this moment in time, but last time I weighed myself, which was 2-3 days ago as I recorded this, I was the lightest weight that I've been for quite a while, so happy on that front, moving in the right direction. So things certainly seem to be on the up at the moment, and you've got to take the small wins as and when they come. So but one thing that I noticed, and I did have a couple of sort of, whether you can call them therapy, I don't know, but one of my friends is a mental health nurse, and he's been kind enough to have a sort of couple of, I guess you could call them therapy, couple of sessions with me, just to sort of help put me on a good track. I made a couple of sort of, I say a couple, I made one sort of quite big discovery in that when I was just sort of, he was letting me just ramble and I was just keep going and going, and then it sort of hit me like a light bulb, is that one thing I think that's not helped me over these past few months, especially with mental health, and my struggle with mental health and depression and everything has always been, the main sort of protagonist in that has been not feeling like I don't have a purpose. And if you struggle, you may relate to that. That's my biggest sort of, that's my biggest issue with it. And these last few months, I just felt like I haven't had a purpose. And YouTube was a big part of that. That's the realization I had. YouTube was a massive part of that. And again, it was the love that I had for it, and just doing this because I wanted to. It gave me something to strive for. It gave me something to do, because I'm terrible with that. If I have too much time on my hands, I'm my worst enemy, because I sit there doing nothing, and then the bad things start to feel more depressed, or just not doing anything and stuff. So this YouTube gave me a purpose. It gave me something to do. It gave me something to look forward to. It gave me something to strive for. So why am I not doing it? Well, the main reason why I'm not doing it is because I didn't have a game to do it. But I've found something. So, as I said, my interest in gaming has waned. There are certain games that I love playing, but I feel like to upload stuff to YouTube, you have to be good at those games. I felt like I was certainly, career mode wise, I felt like I was good enough, which is why I uploaded it. Call of Duty, I don't know what content I can make on Call of Duty. I'm not the best at Call of Duty. My KD is like 1.2 something, so there you go. And it's the best it's been for a long time. I don't know how that's happened, as I'm at my oldest, and my KD is the best it's been for a while. And other games like F1, for example, but I'm not the best at F1 by any means. So it was kind of finding what to do, and I have found what I want to do, and it's something that, if you know me and know my other exploits, you'll know that I've tried and failed at this maybe 2 or 3 times. But I've thought of what I want to do and how I'm going to do it, and that's the biggest difference, is the how how I'm going to do it, and hopefully that will mean that I will stick to it, and I will it will keep my engagement because of how I'm going to do it, if that makes sense. So essentially, this is a update to say the YouTube is coming back. Now I appreciate, I'm not going to spoil it. You may already have a good idea if you're a sort of long-time viewer. But I'm not going to say what it is now. And I appreciate it may not be to everyone's tastes, but it's something that I've wanted to do for years on YouTube. And I'm just going to go for it now. I'm just going to go for it because I want to do YouTube, but it's the only thing I want to do. So that's just how it's going to be. So there are plans in place. There's projects in motion. I've got a couple of projects on the go. I'm recording this video sort of on the day that it comes out. And I'm due to actually be going away for a few days this evening. I'm going away on a stag do. There won't be anything immediate, but I just wanted to get this video out before I went away, because there's sort of, like I said, there's projects in motion. I don't have any idea when the first sort of video is going to get, like the first proper back to normal sort of gameplay YouTube video is going to come out. I think everything is in place to make it. I just actually need to pull it together, but that won't be until, I won't be able to do that until the start of next week. So depending on how quickly I can pull that together. But within the next sort of week or two, there will be sort of, I will start to upload again. But I don't know specifically when. So that's it really. I wanted to sort of come on here, explain my absence. I think it might have been fairly clear to people who watch the Leipzig videos why maybe I stopped uploading. Although the views on the Leipzig stuff, especially the first episode, was mad, and the views and everything has still continued in my absence, which is mental. So thank you if you're still subscribed and you've watched any of my videos. But yeah, as you can see, I'm not the best Call of Duty player, so it probably makes sense not to be uploading Call of Duty stuff. So yeah, we're coming back. I think the break did be good, but it's been good because while I stopped playing what I thought was a terrible game, but it's made me miss YouTube and want to do it again. So I think that's a good all round. So yeah, we're coming back. It's going to be different. It's going to be different content. It's not going to be FIFA. But hopefully you'll enjoy it. Hopefully you'll come along for the ride. Hopefully you will enjoy and sort of buy into it. And maybe I'll sort of do an explainer video. I might turn that into just the first sort of YouTube video that I create on the content, just sort of explaining my thoughts and how it's going to work and stuff. But yeah, so I think I think I've covered everything I wanted to. But yeah, so I hope you do it well. I hope you have a lovely weekend. I'm certainly going to have a lovely weekend while being away. And I think that's everything from me. So I can't even remember how I used to sign off my YouTube videos. I remember doing that, but I can't remember what I said. I remember the "what's going on, people," the key JMO Plays lines. But yeah, thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.